Ask me where I came from, I told her where you headed. Back to LA, I said, baby, what you reppin'?
Hey y'all, my name's Andrew Dugan and this is Today's Planet, the show where I talk about different science-based news that you might have not heard about, but you should definitely know about. Today, a look at marijuana's environmental impact, why the bees are disappearing, and the oil spill they didn't want you to know about. When I say marijuana, what comes to mind? Cheech and Chong, the classic pot leaf, the neighbor's kid. How about ecological damage? Studies have shown that Californian grow-ops aren't exactly environmentally friendly. For example, a reported 18 million gallons of water were siphoned from a small tributary of the Eel River in 2011. The river provides a path for salmon migrating to and from the Pacific, so siphoning on top of the current drought dries up the river and kind of throws a monkey wrench into the whole process. On sites, growers are using a pesticide called carbofuran to kill bears and other rodents by mixing it with tuna. Like any farmer, to maximize growth, you gotta use fertilizer, miticides, rodenticides, hormones, diesel in your operation, and because growers are already breaking the law, they don't have to follow the Clean Air and Water Acts. Let's face it, these plants are going to be grown, they're going to be used. Regulation is the key to creating eco-friendly grow-ops. Did you know bees help produce 30% of your diet? Excluding honey, bees contribute around 15 billion in agriculture through pollination. But around the year 2006, beekeepers began to report mass exodus of bees from their colonies. This puzzling phenomenon is called colony collapse disorder. Why should you care? Because our economy and diets depend on the lives of these bees. The most reasonable explanation for colony collapse disorder seems to be that the bees are being poisoned by a pesticide family known as neonicotinoids. Their proliferation of these pesticides correlates directly with the prevalence of CCD. This, on top of climate change, does not a happy bee make. One thing we have to ask ourselves is, if these bees are running away from this stuff, why aren't we? North Dakotan farmer Steve Jensen says he smelled crude oil for days until his combine tires were covered in it. He reported the spill on September 29th of this year to the proper authorities, and those authorities promptly warned the public, drumroll please, 11 days later. A reported 20,000 barrels of crude spilled over 7 acres of land, or 7 football fields, making it 4 times larger than the Mayflower spill here in Arkansas earlier this year. The largest oil spill in the U.S. to date. One has to wonder, why the long wait by authorities? Consider economics. North Dakota makes a lot of money from oil and gas. Could it be that they didn't want their cash cow to be jeopardized? Or maybe the cozy relationship between state officials and private sector companies created the lag time. It's a scary reality. Imagine if that had been your backyard. Steve Jensen's land is now useless to him, and with the destruction of his land, his livelihood goes along with it. Well, that's my show. Thank y'all for coming by. My name's Andrew Dugan, and this is Today's Planet.
I remember no cameras, no calls, no answers, no meetings, no features, no chances, no shows, no fans, no dancing. Now it's 300 girls yelling, go handsome.